Hey, just got back from the range with my Ruger LC9. The LC9 now has 150 rounds through it. I use Winchester white box. You know, the value pack, 100 round value pack, and it shot wonderful. Still getting used to that long, hard pull trigger. A couple things I did to correct my shooting. This was at 10 yards. 10 yards or 15 yards and in is good with this gun if you can you know, put a nice tight group together. No failures, nothing. Like I said, these Ruger LC9s, they're pretty much like Glocks. They're very simple. There's not a lot of parts in them, and they just work because they're very simple, like a Glock. Okay, so here's the target. Shot, of course, a double action in Yaden. Tomorrow I like to shoot the. I really want to get the Ed Brown to the range. I'm dying to get that to the range. Okay, here's my my LC9, and as you can see, I carry with this pistol. I carry with one in the chamber and some thumb safety on. I just took it off for the video because I don't know why I did that, because I'm fidgety. Okay, one in the chamber, thumb safety on, and I carry it that way because it has a great chamber indicator. Now here's a nice gun for a guy or a woman for self-defense. It's a 9mm, so it's got enough power, and it's a nice looking gun. It's very slim. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing my extreme concealment holster outside the waistband, and it carries very nice. And so here's the target. Let's get my trusty magic marker, circle the groups here. I like that one. Okay, and then here's I want to see that it's a group. It's 2 shots. Okay, here's the deal. Here's what happened to me when I was shooting today. Every time you shoot, you have a different experience. This is 10 yards, and for a little gun like that, that's not bad. Okay, this is a really good group for a little tiny gun like that at 10 yards. When I first started shooting, I was doing this all out here. Now usually when I shoot with a 1911, I don't stick my whole finger on the trigger. I don't stick my whole finger inside the trigger guard. I stick half the tip of my trigger. The tip of my finger, I rest on the trigger. Just this much. But since this trigger is a different system than the 1911, I said, let me change my finger position on the trigger. Let me go into the first knuckle joint and see what happens. As soon as I did that, I went from shooting all on the outside, and I brought it into here and here. So it's not a mistake, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's that's like 8 shots touching each other. Then I got these 2. Okay, and before I was doing this. So from what's happening to me when I'm shooting a 1911, let's make this safe, and we'll demonstrate with this one. This is what you got to do. You just got to experiment when you're at the range. Okay. Oh, idiot. Thumb safety's on. Okay. Hornady, hollow points, of course. Okay. Safe direction. Gun safe. Okay. When I'm shooting my 1911s, I just use my fingertip. I stick just like that much of my finger on there, and I shoot straight. I see some guys shoot like this. They go to the first knuckle. And I never shot like that because I was always told not to shoot like that. But when I was shooting this way, like I usually do, I was dancing all around the outside of the target. I said, you know what, just for the hell of it, I'm going to put my whole finger in there to the first joint, like this, and shoot. And as soon as I started doing that, it corrected the muzzle for me. Probably, but this is a different system. It's a long, hard pull trigger, long, hard snap. So for this type of gun, when I'm at the range, I'll stick my whole finger in there from now on to the first knuckle joint. But when I shoot my 1911s, I already know that I need to have just my fingertip on the trigger, more or less, in the center of my fingertip, and I shoot better. But that's me, that's my body, that's what my brain likes, and my body ergonomics likes. So that's the deal. It worked. Went from this to this with one little adjustment of the finger. Another thing I noticed when I'm lining up my sights, to hit bullseye, I notice if I put the rear sight just a hair up over the front sight, if I put them straight across like that, I find me shooting very high. But if I put the rear sight just a hair up above the front sight, up this way, up, just above it, I was hitting right where my eye was looking. But again, that's me. That might not work for you. So this is just a range report for the LC9. And I'm also going to do just a little frog lube demonstration. Everyone wanted to see it. I am going to do a frog lube video on the AR-15 because I got a lot of requests. I asked people, you know, do you guys want to see this or not? And a lot of people said yes. So since a lot of people said yes, I am going to do a frog lube AR-15 video. When? Who knows? Yeah, this week, I'm sure. Okay, I'd like to bring the Ed Brown tomorrow. We want to get that to the range more. So this is all good with the Ruger LC9. So far, so good. As you can see, it shoots very accurate and it's reliable. Okay. Now, there's a couple people out there that think frog lubes might be a gimmick, and you know, I'm just going to show you something. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this slide off. Alright. And someone sent me a link, and someone made a video about me. Dude, I don't care. Dude, that shit goes on all year long. What can I do about it? You know, when you're on YouTube and you're reaching a lot of people, there's people that are going to hate your guts for no reason. There's nothing you can do about it. What are you going to do? You know, you're going to do fight the world? Whatever, I hope they're having a good time. Okay, other than that, if you look at this barrel, now right now this Glock 23, the barrel's cold, okay? I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but if you look at it close, it has a waxy look to it, right? Like a sheen, kind of, which means kind of shiny. It's not slippery, but it has like a silky feeling to it, and it's still dry. I can snap my fingers. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up with a blow dryer, and you're going to see it get wet. And it's the same thing that happens when your gun heats up while you're shooting it. The frog lube sweats out. So let's see if it works. Hold on. I want you to get a good look at that barrel. See it standing there? Now I'm not going to run the camera the whole time the blow dryer is running, because that's really, really stupid. So you're going to have to trust my word. I want to start heating it up. And then when I think it's hot enough, I'll turn the camera back on. See if you can see a difference, alright? Okay, got it heated up. Now you can't tell too much on the... Here it is, here you go. Come on. Sorry about that, guys, I'm not paying attention. But if you see, man, I can barely touch this thing. If you see that? See the wet? Right there, there you go, you got some dribble in there. I heated it up, and that's frog lube coming out of there. This, I don't know if you can see the difference. That's what I mean, it's so subtle, but I'm telling you, it works. There you go, right there. See that wetness right there? That wasn't there before until I heated it up. It actually heated it up and releases the lubricant, and I mean, that's pretty neat. This is all soak. This is all wet. It's all soaking wet. Not a lot, just enough that it will help the gun operate better. There's some there, you can see it on the top of that ridge right there. See it all sweating it out? Okay, so it didn't, you know, I wanted it to sweat more than that, but I didn't want to just keep heating it and heating it. But I just wanted to show you that it does work. You seen the whole barrel was dry before I put the blow dryer on it. Now it's wet. So it's working. It's just treat it with it, and it sweats it out as it gets hot. Same with this. If I heated this up, this would get real shiny and wet. Alright? Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. Like I said, we'll do the AR with the Frog lube, and then I want to get the Ed Brown to the range. We'll see you guys soon.